Well, good morning, guys. This is part 11 now, and I may have an answer. I may not. Bear with me. I just put in the battery, and I'm gonna tighten it up, and then I'll show you what I got. Okay, so first of all, I blame the internet. And I don't know what picture it was that I looked at, but it was the first one I found that had the coil sitting in the same orientation as the banks, you know, of the cylinders. And I went with it, which told me, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the coil was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's how I had it hooked up the whole time. And I'm not sure if that's wrong, but I got a comment from a viewer, and you know who you are. And if this works, thank you very much. Saying I might have it wrong. So then I looked it up and I was like, no, what are you talking about? You know, it fired up and ran. How could it run like that if it was wrong? But then I looked it up again, and I saw this picture that said 1, 2, 3, 4 went way up here, and then 5, 6. Let's see if that works. See if it fires up. That might explain why that spark plug wire is so long, because it's got to reach the farthest one. Unbelievable. I owe you, sir. I owe you. I am an idiot. Okay, so what blows my mind is how did it run? How did it run so smooth? And in the pop must have been a backfire, right? Must have been a backfire. It ran somehow because half the engine's right. Oh my God, dude. I can't believe it. Okay, so we had a little bit of lifter tick, but that went away. But now, yeah, we can hook up the coolant lines. We can go get that front drive assembly I ordered because it's still sitting at the store. I wasn't gonna even pay more for more parts if the motor wasn't working, you know, but I can flush the coolant out, or the rest of the heater core, the rest of the rusty water out of the heater core and the radiator, and hook up the coolant system and go put in the new coolant, hook up the front drive. This thing's ready to go. So hang in there with me. Let's see what kind of crap comes out of the heater core and the radiator. So I got the heater hose inlet pointing down, kind of wedging between those two pipes there to keep it in place. And I've got the outlet I'm gonna put the hose into. Let's see what comes out. Okay, that's just hose water right now. I'm gonna hook it up to the heater hose right now. Ew. So a little burst of brown stuff, but it's pretty much clean, like instantly. So, and it's flowing really good, just as fast as it's coming out the hose. So we're good there. And right now I just put it in the top of the radiator. Ew. And that's coming out the bottom hose. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. So now I'm gonna put the hose in here and see what flushes out the bottom. Okay, well, maybe I'll put it in the heater hose hole. I forgot there's a thermostat in the way. Ew. That's coming out of the water pump. Or out of the block through the water pump. We'll let that go for a second more. Alright, here's the kit I got. The part number to it, the whole kit from Continental. The diameters seem to match and these seem to look the same. My only concern is this says 882 and his belt says 884 on here somewhere, which is 2/10 of an inch shorter. So if you look at it, these numbers mean 88.2 inches, where the other belt is 88.4 inches. So there's 2/10 of a difference. Well, just about got it buttoned up. Then I ran into a snag. Show you guys in a second here. Okay, we got enough belt. That's good. That wasn't the snag. At least it's not anymore. Here's the real problem. The size of that water neck. I went to put this on, and so I grabbed the old one, which I still have. Never throw away your old parts till you know you're completely done. But that's bigger, right? So they sent me the wrong one. I mean, they didn't tell me there was choices. I didn't look at the parts. You know, I just call them up and say, hey, I need this. Oh, here it is. That's mean. Those guys are nice. But I gotta see if there's another one. So what do you say we hear this thing fire up one more time? Still no coolant, so we can't let it run forever. But I gotta hear it. Well, that's it. Finally, after 11 episodes of a 4.0 Ranger rebuild, it's done. And yes, I feel like an idiot because we could have avoided like 5 episodes or something if I don't know. But thanks, you guys. Thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate everything you do. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button if you liked it, leave a comment if you want to. And also, I got a new button down below, members. For members, if you want to join. I've got 2 different levels. It's just a matter of how much you want to support. Both member levels, I think, get the same kind of perks at the moment. Was it first response to comments? You know, you get a logo next to your name when you comment. Everybody knows you're a member. You get daily pics of what's going on, and there's a couple other things I can't remember right now, but turn like a kid. Love it. Oil pressure, battery, check engine. There's a surprise. We're still working on the Ranger. We're buttoning it up, buttoning it up. That's too small, so we're gonna take that off. And we've got a transmission filter to change out. So, and we've got to drain the old oil and put in some fresh oil. So let's get started. First, we're gonna need a 10 mil on, I'm using a 1/4-inch drive. I've got the bottom one broke loose already. 10 mil. Make sure you got a magnet handy because you just might drop some stuff. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're gonna grab a 13 millimeter and a bucket to catch the fluid. So I'll be honest with you, I don't know what transmission this is. It's 2-wheel drive, I know that. Yeah, I think all the transmissions, the 44 and the 55, they all have the same filter. It just matters if it's deep or shallow, really. And I think the 2-wheel drive is gonna be shallow and the 4-wheel drives will be deep pan. Okay, now here comes the mess. There you go, just slowly let up the screw. One of the last screws. I chose this end because, like you see here, if it had started pouring down this end, it'd have been all over the place. It's still all over the place, but Jesus. Oh, it's sitting on the exhaust, cat. Well, you guys don't need to see the rest of this. Watch me make an ass of myself as I spill fluid all over my driveway. But I can't reach the camera, so... maybe we'll just let that sit like that for a little while. Here's the filter and gasket kit. There's the part number. Got it from O'Reilly's along with 4 quarts of fluid. You should need no more than that. I can't tell. Oh yeah. Okay. There's the filter. So far it looks like the right shape as the one I bought. You need a 10 to take off the filter. Or no, I'm sorry, an 8. It's an 8, not a 10. You need an 8 mil. Okay, we'll let that do that again for a little while. Alright, filter's out. Let that hang out right there for a little bit. And there's really no need to wait. We can go ahead and put in the new stuff. Make sure you wipe off this surface for your gasket. And we're gonna have to clean the pan and take the gasket stuck to the pan. Alright, filters are the same, so we're good. And you have 2 holes, it looks like, that you need to make sure you get lined up. And wait a minute, those ones have O-rings. This thing come with O-rings? Okay, good. They were in the bottom of the box. I shook it out earlier and a bolt came out, and I thought that was it. But yeah, don't forget the O-rings. That could be a bad day. Man, I'm glad I noticed that too. It would have been worse if I'd have saw these O-rings later in the box after I put the pan back on. That'd have really sucked. So it's obvious which one goes on which, I think. Now, these are sharp metal edges, it looks like, so be careful putting this O-ring on. Don't want to cut it. And get a little fluid around it. Ooh. Yeah, they both slid in real nice, and it even holds itself there. Got a brand new bolt that came with the kit. Oh, that's in there. And that is good, I'm sure. All right, let's clean the pan. Okay, here's the pan. Magnetic strip there. Now you might be thinking, oh my god, that's so bad. And well, you know, it's not good, but it's normal. I'm willing to bet this is the first time this pan has ever been off, and here's why I think that. We got original radiator hoses still, right? But the PCV grommet in the back still says Motorcraft on the grommet. Everything on this car seemed original, except for the one time someone took off a head. There's things like that that just make me believe that no one's really been in here a whole lot. Yeah, gasket is definitely old. It's on the verge of being so brittle that it just wants to snap. That hole's mushroomed out. Someone put the beans on that bolt. So I cleaned it out. Now we're gonna do a little hammer and dollar work just to make sure these don't have any serious mushrooms on it. And as far as that one goes, I thought was mushroomed. It was just some gasket material, really. Oh yeah, that looks fine. I'm going around looking at all of them. That one over there looks a little mushroomed. Nice. So you want something underneath it. Otherwise, what you'll do, instead of flattening it out, you'll make a mushroom in the other direction. Looking better. And here comes the tricky part. Getting all these holes to line up with the gasket in place still. Yep, so none of the holes lined up. That's just awesome. This is when you need those plastic things that come with oil pan gaskets sometimes. Yeah, so these holes in the gasket are barely big enough for the bolt, so you actually kind of have to squeeze them through. So if you can, if you got one, start these by hand with a hand driver. It's way better. Just get them all started so you can wiggle the gasket around before you tighten any of them. And I'm going to tighten all of these up by hand, because if you use one of those impact guns like I got, you're definitely going to mushroom this thin metal. Carefully all the way around. It's going to take a few rotations. Oh, wow. Oh, don't breathe. Oh, I gotta breathe. Oh. Well, that was relatively painless. Oh, we still gotta add fluid. Not a big deal. That's gonna go right there where it says trans fluid. And the book said, or not the book, but O'Reilly's said like 3.7, so just under 4. Drop in like 3, and then maybe start using the dipstick. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm still waiting on parts, so I guess that's next. Alright, well, I put about 3.5 in there. I'm gonna hook up this tube real quick so the mass airflow sensor and that other sensor are working. That says, oh, you guys can see it. Check when hot, idling in park. Warranty requires Mercon 5. Yeah, it's going to be doing that for a little bit. I still haven't got this thing up to temperature yet, so I got to wait for coolant. See that fresh puddle of water there? There's a flange, exhaust flange right above it, leaking onto the ground, condensation. Being so close to the oxygen sensor, that could cause a misreading in your fuel map. There's another one. It's leaking out of the exhaust. There's not even a flange there. This must be a hole in the weld. All right, new thermostat and housing is in, and that bleeder hole is going to go up 12 o'clock. All right, I got 2 gallons in there so far. 1 gallon of concentrate and 1 gallon of water going in right now. We're gonna go ahead and crank it up so we can get it circulating a little faster. And yeah, it's raining on me. It's raining on me. Let's see here, we'll let that go down, and this will be the first time that the, oops, oh no, that's gonna throw some check engine lights, dang it. I put this on just so I wouldn't have to do that. Now we're probably gonna have check engine lights. That's probably why we have them in the first place, just because I was starting it up earlier with all this stuff unplugged. So this will be the first time going up to temp. Pretty much, it's about to be the longest it's ran since I've had it, and it's only been about 3 minutes. Then we'll do an oil change. What are we looking at here? Where's the headlights? There we go. Here comes the steam. So we're just steaming off the pipe there. Nothing to be alarmed about. It's totally normal when you dump oil all over everything. Yeah, we sucked in the rest of the water. Let's put in a little more. Said a little more. Jiminy. We don't want to mess up the mixture too much. We'll see how fast that takes it. It's taking it pretty fast. Slowing down a little there. We'll start using some 50/50s. So yeah, no big deal. Intake air temperature sensor, which is probably just because it was unplugged, not the one I was just messing with on the intake tube. Intake air temperature. Oh yeah, I guess that is that one. Intake air temperature sensor, not coolant temperature. So yeah, just like I said, it is that one on the intake tube. So he's just got to drive it for it to. Oh, can I erase it? Last time I did this, it kind of put it, it set it back, but we'll see. Temperature's going up slowly this time to about the right temperature. So yeah, it's gonna have to be driven for a little bit. We got a lot of red lights still. Just gotta go through the normal drive cycles. And there it is, guys, up and running. And that's 100% a success. The check engine light was something that I knew would happen because I had that unplugged right there. No big deal. This thing's gonna go through the drive cycles. Hopefully it should be just fine. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I appreciate you hanging in there and watching along. And if you haven't seen the whole series on this, go ahead and check out the whole series. I've got this playlist, for the Ranger. Also got playlists for the Magnum if you're interested in that kind of thing. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell down there, and also got a new button, the join button. You can pick from 2 different options, price levels, just a matter of how much you want to donate, or how much you want to help out. So, yeah. Anyway, I'd appreciate whatever you want. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.